everyone, and welcome to Virtual Children's Church. I know we're coming to you from a church, but it's to your home, and we're really excited to be with you today. We have some really fun things planned for today, and I can't wait to get started. So today we're talking about parties and what has been the favorite birthday party or party in general that you've ever been to. Think about it for just a second and tell who you're with, what your favorite party was. Now, I can tell you about one of my favorite parties I went to, and it was my dad's 80th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was 80 years old. We decorated the room, we had cake, we had food, we had cute decorations on the table. Some people thought my dad was like an Energizer bunny because he kept going and going and going. So my mom found these cute bunnies to go on the tables, and it was just a wonderful time. We invited friends and family and to come and participate for my dad's 80th birthday. It was really amazing. So parties and celebrations are so much fun, but you know, you typically don't just show up uninvited, do you?
No.
The host would send out invitations that ask you to come. The message would say, please come, we have a spot for you. And like my dad's birthday, we sent out invitations so people would know when and where the party was. Now, for the very first Christmas party, the angels invited the shepherds to come and see and celebrate Jesus' birth. While we might not get a heavenly invitation, we're invited to celebrate Jesus too. Through Jesus, God says, please come close to me. There's a spot in my family for you. Wow, God's plan is something to celebrate.
Yeah, I love it.
Now, one of the best things about going to a party is you get to play a game. Now, we're going to play a real simple game. I know we're here and you're there, but we're going to play like a simple Simon. So when Simon tells you, that's me in this case, tells you to do something, go ahead and do it. But if I don't say, Simon says, then don't do it. Okay, you ready? Simon says, stand up. Simon says, sit down. Clap your hands. Simon says, turn around. Simon says, jump up and down. Roll your hands.
Ooh, almost.
Did you get caught on that one? I don't know. Playing games is one way that we can have fun with our friends, right?
Yes.
And here's the thing. Jesus wants to be your friend too. And Jesus' friendship is for everyone. When we say yes to Jesus' invitation, we become children of God. In John chapter 1, verse 12, it says it like this. But to all who believed in him and accepted him, he gave the right to become children of God. So we're going to explore what happened after the angels invited the shepherds to go meet Jesus. And as we read, we're going to make some invitations that celebrate Jesus' birth. So what you're going to need to do, kids, is go find a piece of paper and some markers or crayons, whatever you like to write with. If you need to, pause the video for a second and go get the supplies you need, because we're going to use them in just a minute. Are you ready?
Awesome. So the shepherds decided to go to Bethlehem and find the celebration, the party that they were talking about. So when you respond to an invitation, you're going to tell people whether you're going to come or not. And they wanted to see who the baby was, that the armies of Jerusalem and everybody, the armies of heaven, were going to celebrate. So Jesus was the reason for the party. In fact, the angel of the Lord told them that the Messiah had been born. And Messiah means the one who saves. So Jesus, the one who saves or rescues us. So why do you think the shepherds were excited to see Jesus? Maybe you could share with your mommy, your dad, or whoever you're watching with. Why would you be excited?
Well, first off, I'd be surprised to see an angel.
Yeah, an angel would be very surprising.
A whole army of angels. I might be afraid at first, but you know what those angels said?
Do not be afraid. Always the first thing they tell us, do not be afraid.
And then maybe they were expecting the Messiah too, but they had no idea when or where that would happen.
Yeah, nobody had any idea. And of course I have a feeling that they thought he was going to be born in a big palace or somewhere fancy because, well, he was the King and the Lord of Lords. Yeah. So it was interesting. Let's find out a little more of our story. So we aren't sure really what the shepherds knew about this promised Messiah, and we didn't know what they expected him to do, but we do know they were eager to see him. They must have expected something amazing, amazing.
So now it's time to kind of go to your invitation. So who would you invite to come see baby Jesus? The angels invited the shepherds, right?
Yes.
So on your paper, you could write something, come see the baby Jesus, welcome baby Jesus, or come see how much God loves you. You can write that on your invitation.
Jesus' birthday party.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be
something fun and simple.
All right. Well, this is pretty cool.
I like this. So, if you were going to invite someone, you're going to put down, come invite us. And so, who are the ones that you're going to invite to your party, Jolynn?
Oh, I invite friends.
Friends, that'd be a great one.
My family.
My family, mom and dad.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
my brothers and sisters. So, if we're going to have a party and you've invited the people, what else do you have at a party?
Oh, well, I think you want to plan what food you want.
Food for sure.
Yeah. What
decorations, maybe?
Decorations?
Yeah, I think we do with decorations. You want to have some fun.
Something fun with that. And how about games?
Games, of course. We need games. We always need games.
And let's see, what else?
What else do you get at a party? At a birthday party?
Have a little clue here.
Oh! I love it! Presents! Gifts are always the fun part to do. So anyway, what we want to do is we want to talk about Joseph and Mary and how the shepherds found Joseph and Mary and baby Jesus in the stable. And the Bible doesn't mention any of the food or decorations or games or any of that stuff, but they did get presents when the wise men arrived a little later.
Yeah, they did.
I love that. So the simple barn with the family staying in it may not seem like much of a party, but Jesus was everything that they needed. See? So when we think about, what kind of food do I need at my party? Well, we got the bread of life. Jesus is what we need at our party.
Yeah.
Right? We need Jesus. And well, sometimes friendship with Jesus will totally satisfy everything we need. When we feel like there's something missing in our lives, if you have Jesus and you go to him and Jesus is with us, he will fill us full of his love and we won't feel like we're missing anything. See, what was about a time for you that Jesus maybe gave you what you needed? See, I was thinking about it one time. For me, I was really tired and I had a real busy day one time, and Jesus gave me the strength to continue on and going through the day, and I didn't get tired and I didn't wear out. And I always just think about all of the different things. I mean, I could go on and on about things that Jesus has given me, and I love my family and my friends and my gifts. So anyway, what about you? What has Jesus given you? See, when we're friends with Jesus, we get to see beautiful things around us differently than maybe we had. See, we notice things in nature like flowers and butterflies and the birds singing, the clouds up in the sky, and we know what all those beautiful things, and they all come from him. So what about something beautiful that you have seen? I mean, what are some beautiful things, Joanne?
Oh, I like it when it has snowed and then the next day it's sunny. Because the snow just glistens and it's so bright and clean and pretty. And I think about how God created the world for us to enjoy. And that's just one of those things. I don't really like snow, but I do like it on that perfect time when the sun is shining.
Oh, millions of diamonds out there in your yard. I love that. Or how about maybe if you've ever seen a beautiful sunset or something like that, right? And so we think about that. And when we think about being fun with Jesus, being friends with Jesus is fun. And so, like when we're having our party, we don't have to worry about games or what kind of entertainment because Jesus always makes things fun for us. He always provides fun. See, maybe we can't actually see Jesus and hold on to him, but we can ask him to be on our team and we can have him laugh and tell jokes with him. But the joy that we feel when we come to Jesus and are with him, without Jesus, we're sad and we're stuck in our selfishness. But because Jesus has rescued us from our sin, we can have joy and we can have fun.
That's true.
I love that idea. And so speaking of joy then, what is it that brings you joy? Now remember, that's kind of a fancy word, just means happy. What makes you happy?
Well, I like hanging with my family.
Yeah.
And we have a brand new grandson in our family that's official now, and it's joyful to see this little baby and know that he's with his mommy and daddy forever.
Oh, I love that.
That is joyful.
Yeah, that's great. That's great for you and for baby Daniel and Dane and Josie. And I think about those kind of things that bring me joy. And my children, it's the same thing for me. I love when my children come by to visit me. It makes my heart so full and happy. And so our friendship with Jesus as well is a gift from God.
It is.
Because of God's great love, we can live as Jesus' forever friends. It's not a present that we open and play with it and enjoy it or whatever. But with Jesus, there's always more to discover. He grows with us and he never leaves us. Now, that's something to celebrate, really. Let's see how the people at Jesus' party celebrated after they met him. So, the shepherds loved Jesus' Christmas party so much that they wanted everybody to know about it. So, when the people heard that, they were just astonished, like, what are you saying? What? Right? But that means they were amazed. They were flabbergasted. They couldn't believe the shepherd's message. So, now at that time, we don't know what the people did after they heard about Jesus. Did they really believe the shepherds? Did they go to see the baby too? Or did they snap out of it and just kind of go like, well, life as usual. We don't know. But one thing we do know is Mary pondered all these things and treasured them in her heart. She thought about them often. So those are the things that can bring us joy. So what's your cherished possession? What's something that you just have to have? It's your most favorite.
Wow, that's hard to say. There's like my wedding ring that my husband gave me. That's really a treasured item that I have. How about you, Lindy?
You know, that is kind of a hard one. I have a couple of toys that I really love that I play with. I've got one that I don't really like to share a lot because it's my favorite. It's the one I love the most. And so when we treasure something and we love it, we keep it in a very safe place. And for Mary, she kept all these celebrations at the treasure in her heart, and so she kept them. So sooner or later, though, Jolene, every party's got to come to an end.
Oh, yeah, that's
true. And we're sad. And so the shepherds, they had to go back to their flocks. After all, they couldn't just leave their sheep out there in the fields all alone. But they didn't stop celebrating Jesus, and they didn't stop praising God. The plan that the angel had told them was all about, it was all true. That everything that the angels told them is it was God's plan as something to celebrate.
Oh, it really is.
And it still is. And God still invites us to meet Jesus today. See, we might not travel to Bethlehem or wherever, someplace far away, but we can come to church. We can come to children's church, and we can meet him through our friends and through our leaders. See, we can meet him when we read about Jesus in the Bible. We can hear about how friendships with Jesus helps people go through in difficult times. And we can even talk about Jesus when we're going through difficult times in our lives. See, God invites us. Come, faithful friends. Come spend some time with Jesus. So let's sing a song that reminds us that God's plan is something to celebrate. So, God invites us to meet and become friends with Jesus. At Christmas, we celebrate Jesus as our rescuer, our redeemer, the one that saves us from our sin. So even though almost everyone celebrates Christmas, not everyone knows about Jesus, and not everyone celebrates Jesus. So just like the angels who invited the shepherds to come and celebrate Jesus' birth, we can invite others to come celebrate too. We share Jesus with our words and with our lives. The things we say and the things we do, they show others that we are friends with Jesus. And so we can show others what Jesus' love and friendship is like. People can meet Jesus through us.